against righty. Soria to Dozier. And the pitch, breaking ball, a swing, a fly ball. Left field and deep. Cespedes back. A walk-off again. Can you believe this rally? Can you believe that guy will not be in Cincinnati? He's an all-star in Twins territory. And the Twins walk off for the second time this week. A remarkable rally. Final score, Twins 8 and the Tigers 6.
Don't wanna live as an untold story. Rather go out in a blaze of glory.
Broadcasting live from Oriole Park at Camden Yards here in Charm City. A good matchup here for you tonight between the San Diego Padres and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles baseball comes your way next. Ryan Mattis is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Baltimore. What do we need to know here, EK?
So, guys, remember, he's got 5 pitches to work with, so that really makes it difficult for the hitter. He can change speeds, ball moving in and out. Not a lot of fun for the hitters.
Will Myers strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
Hit out towards second. Scope has it. And he's retired, 1 away. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, guys, I'm looking for a big performance out of Alexi Ramirez. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. He knows how to stay within himself and come through in the clutch.
In now, Alexi Ramirez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. More trouble waiting on deck in the person of Matt Kemp. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond's a very fair umpire, Matt. Calls a pretty standard strike zone. Usually not a lot of complaints either way.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Count is full. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss by Ramirez as he's down on strikes here for out number 2. And with that, take a look at the defense for the Orioles. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, when you're talking about guys at the hot corner, the best in the league, we're looking at one of them right here. Gold Glove Award winner last year. has as soft a hands as anybody in the league.
Matt Kemp gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
Nope.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Just underway in Baltimore. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To short. Hardy's there. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. So a fairly painless top of the first. The Orioles due up in the first, no score. Tyson Ross, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher, that is very dependable. They're just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
Nolan Reimold comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Ross gets the sign, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Yeah, if you're pitching, you better be aware of Crush Davis. Now, he's got light tower power. Make a mistake up in the zone, and you better be prepared to see it leave the yard.
Stepping in, Manny Machado. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
1-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed. 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And another foul ball. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Ramirez ranging into the outfield, and he makes the catch for the second out. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at how the Padres align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, if there's a ball hit out to center field in this one, and I'm the third base coach, I am not going to send him. He has a cannon out there in center field. Everybody knows it. We'll see if he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Chris Davis gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. This is drilled, but right into the shift. Backhanded. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. After 1, no score. Derek Norris makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second. First offering on its way. Hit hard on the ground to the right. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Yeah, he gets a fastball here, and he rips it towards the hole. You see the good effort over there at first, but that got on him much too quickly for him to be able to knock it down.
Brett Wallace will stand in as he'll get a break from playing the field and be the DH here in this one.
Yeah, it's a nice luxury to have here in an interleague ball game. You give him a little bit of a break from the field, but you still keep that big bat in the lineup.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Nobody out, runner on first. That's inside. 2-0. Line to the right side, but foul. Slow bouncer to the right side. Fielded cleanly, and this will work as a sacrifice as they get the out at first, but the runner moves into scoring position at second base. Coming to the plate now, Yonhervis Solarte, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
He gives him a free 90 feet there with 1 away. Now, all of a sudden, you open up a wealth of chances of making a productive out and still getting that guy home.
No score here as we play inning number 2. This is line to left, and a base hit as that'll score the run from third, and the Padres will jump out to a 1-0 lead.
Nice. He really sat on the fastball there. He squared it up perfectly, drove it into left field. He'll be rewarded with an RBI as he picks up that runner from third base.
Melvin Upton Jr. takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. And he lays off there 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
just overmatched him there. It's a 1-2 fastball, and this is right by him. Absolutely no contest.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will land foul. The 0-1 on its way. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Still 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Sent on the ground out to second. Taken in by Scope. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Padres able to pick up one on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom of the... Leading off the inning, Adam Jones, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one.
Well, 2-0. 2 times here they've gone away. Both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
In there, 2-1.
And even though that's a strike, that's a good take. You want to be looking one pitch, one spot. So don't go swinging at that one. That was nasty.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. Kemp coming on. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
And it's quickly 0-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's a right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes, and he winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike 3.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
And that'll break the string of 5 straight to start the night. They finally get their first base runner here with 2 outs in the second. Good to at least get something on this guy before he really settles into a groove out there.
Jonathan Scope set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Ross pauses. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first. 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Yeah.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
Boy, a 2-out single. Now nearly a hit by pitch. You've got to be careful right here not to let this inning get away from you.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Kemp is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More coming up from Baltimore after this. Corey Spangenberg steps in here to start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, he got his 2-0 fastball, but it wasn't in that one place, one spot that we always talk about. So that was a good idea to let that one go and wait for something else.
Now a ball hit sharply toward third. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Around first, heading for second now.
That's great production here out of the number 9 hole, leading off the inning. The managers like to think of those number 9 guys as sort of a second leadoff man, and he takes that to heart as he's into scoring position already with a leadoff double.
Will Myers will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game. And a ball 1-0. No one out with a runner at second. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And this will reach the wall out around the 318 sign. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. And he's safe.
Deja vu here to start off the inning. You get a double to lead things off, followed by another double here. And they get a quick run as one guy will just replace the other at second base.
Here's the shortstop, Alexi Ramirez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Caught, tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here. One out now in the San Diego third. And coming up, the dangerous right fielder, Matt Kemp. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one. Any thought to bringing the infield in here with one away?
Still a little early in my book. A run you can live with. What you don't want to do is let this snowball into a big inning.
Here comes the 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. 1-2.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got it in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And there's one that misses to Kemp as he works it back to 2-2.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Here's a line drive that's going to get over the head of Hardy and into left center field for a base hit. And to score is the runner from third. It's a 3-0 game. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Derek Norris strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Reimold racing back, and this one is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as the Padres have now opened up a 5-0 lead.
This is a situation where you wonder how much of his concentration is on first base and how much of it is on home plate. Because if you're not 100% locked in on the guy at the plate, bones will make you pay at this level.
Brett Wallace will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And now, even with 4 runs in against you here in the inning, you got to just wipe the slate clean and just take the approach that you're starting over out there.
Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Standing in now, Yonhervis Solarte. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike one. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Yeah, this pitch is just nowhere near the target. You see it run in and catch him right about thigh high. I have a feeling the bruise will be worse than the pain. That'll leave a nice rainbow for a good couple of weeks.
Melvin Upton Jr. is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
1-0 pitch on the way. Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Throw in time for the third out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is finally over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Padres on top, 5-0. Leading off the inning, J.J. Hardy, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
And this is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Into the box, Ryan Flaherty. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch. And they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
On the ground to the left side. There is Solarte. Throw gets him, 2 down. Nolan Reimold will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
And they sent him packing on a breaking ball, too. And if it's me, I come right back with it.
Low for ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Very high, 2-1. To 2-2 now.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Ross is ready. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Vance Worley is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. John Jay stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 3-0 now.
And it goes without saying, but this has to be in the strike zone. You don't want him on base to start off the inning.
That's in there. 3-1.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Machado scoops it up, and the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
And what's interesting here is that that was on a 3-1 count. I mean, that's not what you consider an ideal count to try and put one down, but maybe that's the brilliance of it. He winds up beating it out.
Corey Spangenberg strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
Ball one.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. The early hit total about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Reimold moves over. He's got it one away. Digging in to try it again. Will Myers. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Throw over to the bag, and a dive, but he's back in. Now the 0-1. On the ground now for Hardy. This might be two. The second for one. Back to first, and a great stretch there may be the difference. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Padres go down quietly as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Manny Machado will start it off for the Orioles with the ever-dangerous Chris Davis looming in the on-deck circle.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Comes in with the changeup, and it's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
To short, hit hard. Played on the backhand. And the throw by Ramirez is in time, and there's one away. Striding into the box, Chris Davis. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Ross into his motion. First pitch on the way. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
And this is going back to the pattern he's been using here lately. Set him up inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. He pops up the changeup, heading out towards shallow right. Spangenberg is there for it. 2 gone. At the plate, Adam Jones. He flew out in his last at-bat. Up and in for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. It'll be Alexei Ramirez's turn when we come back. It's the Padres 5 and the Orioles nothing. And here is Alexei Ramirez. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead.
These guys have swung the bat extremely well in this one. They have to be careful, though, about getting comfortable.
Ball inside.
Still have to make every at-bat count.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1.
Well, a lot of people talk about Alexei Ramirez's incredible rookie season. But 2014 was really a breakthrough year for him as well. He was named to his first All-Star game. He led all American League shortstops in home runs, RBIs, slugging, and extra base hits.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, I think he got the pitch he was looking for right there, but not in the right location. So that's a great job of just holding up the swing.
And they'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1.
And we all know that this guy doesn't really have the velocity to get it past a whole lot of major league hitters. So he's got to rely on that location, in and out, up and down, and that was perfect right there.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning. Matt Kemp will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first, and he'll get back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Hit down the third baseline. To second for 1, and looks like 1's all he'll get as he holds onto the baseball after the takeout slide.
Well, this is a pretty smart decision here at second base. He's got that clock running in his head, so he knows he's about to take a shot. So at that point, why risk throwing this ball into the dugout or into the 10th row? He just absorbs the hit, and he hangs on to the baseball.
Catcher Derek Norris is in as he'll take a look at ball 1.
When you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is keep falling behind guys.
Five runs, 7 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Tags right there, and Kemp is gone trying to steal second.
That's a big-time throw right there. I mean, a big-time throw. Anytime you can get this guy, you've done something.
Drilled right back up the middle. That's through. Another base hit for him. He's 3 for 3.
Yeah, really not a bad pitch when you look at it. This is at the knees with some movement. He just uses the center of the diamond and checks in here with a base hit.
Stepping in now, Brett Wallace. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one.
Now you got to regroup after the two-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Slider taken for a called strike. 2-1. And the pitch on 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Might have jammed him a little there, as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Padres leave one, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Matt Wieters will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the fifth. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
2-0. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now, because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Now at the plate, Mark Trumbo. He singled his last time up.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
Ross sets his sights. First pitch on its way.
That's a ball.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
And that one misses upstairs, 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. 1 out, nobody on. That one's in there, 3-1. 1-2.
Yeah, and he's trying to make sure that he doesn't allow that first walk. He's worked it back to full count now after being behind in the count 3-0.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
First walk he's given up so far, and when you combine that with just one hit, it's not hard to see why these guys are having a lot of trouble scoring runs.
Jonathan Scope is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
Nope.
Too high.
Ball
1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss as he ran that two-seamer right by him for the second out.
I love this pitch right here. Just an elevated fastball with 2 strikes. Nothing much to it. He just says, this is just a good old country fastball, and he runs it right by.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike 1. Hit to short. Ramirez is there. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Orioles lead 1. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Hervé Solarte will step in to get the Friars going here in their half of inning number 6.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Drilled on the ground to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Melvin Upton Jr. will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First delivery to him on the way. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
1-0 count. Here it is.
Ball 2.
2-0. Bases are empty. 1 man out. A strike, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Trying to shave that outside corner with the fastball, and he missed it. It's 3-1 now. John Jay will be next. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away. John Jay steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. cutter runs outside, ball one.
That's ball
Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. Pulled toward right center field. And Jones will make the catch, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Ryan Flaherty will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And he misses again, 2-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
And a foul pop behind the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
Ripped down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Nolan Reimold will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
The 0-1 pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. Manny Machado will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0.
After battling injuries in previous years, Manny Machado showed everybody what he could do in 2015. He got named to the All-Star team, he participated in the Home Run Derby, and he won another Gold Glove.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Well, like you said, 2015 was definitely a year to remember for Manny. He became only the 7th Oriole to have 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases in this. And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Orioles held in check there. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Back here on the show. Padres out in front in this one as we come to our game summary for the first 6 innings of play. Michael Givens is on the pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7. Corey Spangenberg is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, nice to get that call right out of the bullpen.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. Hit hard to short. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Will Myers gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Fastball in there for a called strike. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A little bouncer. Foul ball, strike 2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
That's a sign of a guy who's really learning how to pitch. I mean, look at this location on 1 and 2. No need to try and blow him away with a high fastball. This is right on the outside corner at the knees. No chance to get that one.
Here's the shortstop, Alexi Ramirez. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And Davis will put this one away, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. Get up and stretch here in Baltimore. It's the Padres 5 and the Orioles nothing. Chris Davis will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Oof. I'll tell you, you do not want to buzz this guy's tower.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Well, now he's got to be saying, this is the wrong time for that strike zone to start shrinking. You need that to be a strike.
And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Yeah, it's a good battle to start this inning. That's what you like to see when you've got a guy out there that's getting up there in the pitch count.
And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Adam Jones will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Under it now is Kemp, and he'll make the play for the first out. Matt Wieters will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, no balls and a strike.
You know, guys, you watch the way he's pitched all night, and you'd be surprised to understand that he's thrown a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters he's faced, and he's still pitching such a good game.
Now
One
a
ball, one
fastball
strike.
here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Runner at first here, one man out. And a
2 balls,
slider
1
misses
strike.
here. 2
Yeah.
balls and a strike. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Flip of his glove for one. On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. 8th inning coming up. It's the Padres 5 and the Orioles nothing. Matt Kemp comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, a little unlucky here to be behind 2-0. Those first couple of pitches haven't missed by a whole lot.
Here's the 2-0. 2-1.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
Nope,
Lays
that's
off
down.
the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1. And that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2.
That's a borderline strike right there, and I think that he had one step out of the batter's box headed towards first already.
Here comes the payoff pitch. And Kemp fails to connect there as this is cut on and missed for the first out of the inning.
Oh, and that's a good pitch right there. That's just a hard-breaking slider down and away. And you get the hitter to be enticed by that pitch when it's about halfway there. That was looking like it was going to be a fastball in the outer half. Then it just flat disappears on you, and you're left wondering, what happened?
First pitch of the at-bat. Fly ball out toward left center field. Jones is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Now to the plate, Brett Wallace. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. Three and 0 now.
I don't like the way they're working here. They're giving him way too much credit.
Yeah, if it's an inch or 2 outside, I think he'll chase it, but not when it's way off the plate.
And a curious looking swing that time as he likely had ball 4 there, but instead it's 3-1. The pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
This is just a guy taking advantage of a good count to hit him. He's got a pretty good idea that he's going to see the hard stuff here, so he just gears up for the fastball and drives it right back up the middle.
Hervis Solarte is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. 0-1, here it comes. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Ready on 1-2. Liner toward right center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Melvin Upton Jr. stands in, trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. He's set. Here it comes. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
And there's the first strike, 2-1. 2 down, runners at first and second. Easy there, big fella. 2-2. Ground ball left side. Machado has it, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men. Mark Trumbo will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
In there at the letters, 1-2 now. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Jonathan Scope stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Oh, a fastball just about undressed him there. It's ball 1.
I know the adrenaline can get to you sometimes, but when you start overthrowing your fastball like that, that's a bit of a red flag.
Hard liner toward short, but right at the shortstop for the 2nd out. J.J. Hardy will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
And that man right there, he's got to figure out some kind of combination to score some runs for him. They have really been scuffling.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Upton. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Need to get it going soon. It's a beautiful nighttime view there of the Baltimore skyline as we head to the top of the ninth in this one. Darren O'Day will come on now to start the ninth inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the ninth. John Jay gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
And this is a fastball that's right on the black but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that
3 balls,
happens.
1 strike.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. May have swung at ball 4 that time and a little late to boot. Full count now. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Reimold is there, makes the play, 1 away. Corey Spangenberg strides in, grounded out his last time through. First pitch on its way. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
Not a bad idea when you're facing a guy with a funky delivery like his. You go up there taking a pitch, get yourself a better idea of the release point that he's showing you.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. As they pile on, it's now 6-0. Here's Will Myers. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Ball 2.
I think he's letting this situation get the better of him out there. But you have to have a short memory if you're a relief pitcher. You can't dwell on what just happened.
3-0.
Ball 3 as he misses low with it here. Myers takes, and this winds up missing ball 4. Alexi Ramirez steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Oh, that's a good fastball right there, and you had to figure that he was looking for that sinker.
And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit. Oh, and he's not going to make it to third as he's gunned down by the right fielder, and that's a tough second out.
And this is where I think you need to be content to just move up 90 feet on the base hit. You'll see the right fielder coming on quick. He comes up and delivers a seed to third to get his man trying to take the extra base.
So here's Matt Kemp now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. Now a throw over to first, and the runner will get back standing.
Simple throw over there.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And a full count now, 3-2. holds off on the
that's
slider, and
inside.
that's a good
Ball 4.
idea as it's ball 4.
Yeah, he knows he's already given up 1 home run in the inning, so this wasn't the most aggressive sequence we've seen. He winds up losing him on 3 and 2.
Derek Norris is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
Good pitch right there, right on the heels of a walk. He needed to get ahead of the next guy, and he did just that.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. But the Padres add 1 thanks to the solo home run. Ryan Flaherty will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Here's the first pitch to him. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Hit hard up the middle, and this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
Well, this is quickly becoming a situation where you'd like your guy to hit the complete game, but once you get into that 115, 120 range, you have to be concerned.
Nolan Reimold is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0.
Yeah, you got to be careful there after that leadoff single. You don't want to hit a guy here and really let him get something started.
Here it comes, 1-0. And a fastball here that's
2
taken
balls,
for ball
no
2.
Now, you've got a 6-run lead out there, and there's no reason not to come right at guys.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. The 2-1 on its way. Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. Manny Machado will stand in now, and hey, give these guys credit. They're not going down without a fight.
I'll tell you what, they're not too far away from making a game out of this one after all.
Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0.
Now with 2 on and nobody out, it's looking like this scoreless string could be in some jeopardy.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Too high there, and maybe a bit outside as well. 2-1. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
With 2 on already, sooner or later, you got to come in with something.
And the more pitches he throws, the more likely it is that this guy's going to be sitting on it.
Ramirez for 1. Back to first, and Machado's retired as well. It's a double play. Chris Davis will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
From the belt, kicks and deals. To short, hit hard. Fielded by Ramirez. Throw to first here will be in time to record record the final out, and the Padres get a complete game shutout from their starter as this ball game is over.
Well, we've talked about it all throughout this game. He was completely in charge, essentially, from pitch one. And now he finishes off a masterful performance here, getting the complete game shutout.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those.